It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we've got the Dolphins, towering wide receiver. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Dolphins and the Pats, next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Hi everyone, Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his fourth season in the NFL.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Throwing to start the drive, Chambers. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
On first down, Copeland, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the number 1 overall offense in the league.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
The Patriots send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about... Second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the Dolphins with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep now here in Miami. On the ground, it's the rookie from Alabama. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down and 1. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. To throw is Mitchell. Off play action. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. They'll run for it with Hill, and I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll run on first down. Copeland stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Chambers looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cummings. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Operating from the gun. Chambers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Mitchell. Here's a diving catch right side. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Up the middle, it's Hill. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The numbers for Hill a week ago, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They run it again with Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He's got his target. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Operating from the gun. Mitchell, flush to his right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes 7-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New England trying to get a place on offense. But right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And just no chance of... corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Operating from the gun, Chambers. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd and 14. Off the bootleg. Chambers on the move to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Looking to throw. Chambers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Chambers. And it's knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Back to throw again. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Mitchell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilkins.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Off play action. Mitchell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Wilkins.
The Dolphins at 9-1 on the year, and their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. Disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
And it's a run that they can refer back to as they continue on with their season. Okay, a little bit of a disappointment now, but they put together a streak before. Let's see how they rebound after that one and start to push forward.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. They run with Cunningham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Again, Cunningham here on the ground. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Cunningham. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice.
Touchdown, Dolphins! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 9-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
So the Patriots coming out now.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Chambers. This will be caught by Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down. Chambers. That is caught. And he will have a Patriots first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now Hood. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from first down. Here's 3rd and 10.
Delayed game.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Chambers trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go with Cunningham. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mitchell. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Here's Cunningham. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Wilkins. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Mitchell. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to lead to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just about. Drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. He finds his man, complete. It's Cummings. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. Chambers. And his throw here's incomplete. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Operating from the gun. Mitchell. He finds his man. Complete. It's Hicks. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Mitchell. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Operating from the gun. Mitchell. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Back to throw now on first down. Catch made here by Campbell. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. They work now on 2nd and 9. They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking to throw. Chambers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Dolphins offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a 10th carry for Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Here's Hill one more time. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. A give up the gut to Hill. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Mitchell. They set up the screen to Hill. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Looking to throw. Mitchell over the middle, complete. That's Hicks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground. It's Hill. Stays on his feet. And down inside the 15 he goes. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Mitchell from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Hill is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he... with the touchdown run.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Chambers. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Cunningham. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Off play action. Mitchell out to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Chambers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Operating from the gun. Chambers. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Campbell making the catch. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cunningham. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cunningham, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down. Up the middle they go. Cunningham. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a give right side. It's Cunningham down inside the 40.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cunningham, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Looking to throw. Mitchell. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Throwing to start the drive. Chambers got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down and 4. Back to throw. Chambers. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Dolphins, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for New England, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.